Hello everyone, thank you for joining today. Just want to check the voice quality, so everything looks fine. Today we are going to talk about FOMC, European Central Bank, and also the Bank of Japan that we are going to have this week. As we may see, we are in front of very big events. We have FOMC today during the European evening. We are expecting Fed to take any decision related with the interest rates. Tomorrow, one of the biggest events will be during the US market opening. We have European Central Bank with the interest rate decision and their monetary policy statement. During the morning, we are going to have unemployment data, as you may see, from Australia. This is going to impact Australian dollar mainly. I'm going to explain everything. And tomorrow, it is not specified any time, but it should be during the European morning, I guess. We have the Bank of Japan with the interest rate decision. So this is overall as news event. So let's see what is going to happen. All the focus during this week was on the federal interest rate decision. Yesterday it was very important because the market was expecting for the CPI data, as you may see, Consumer Price Index. They came out as expected overall. It was 5.5. It came out 5.3 as expected, and for the month it was 0.4 and it came 0.4. Overall, it came in line with expectation. The decrease that happened at this moment related with index with food and energy inside, it was because of the price of the gasoline that came down during this moment. Considering the current numbers, also the big market players like banks, they are anticipating probably a stop on the interest rate hike from FOMC this time. So it is going to be very, very interesting. Thank you so much to every one of you that are joining right now from YouTube. Thank you so much for your nice comment. So related with FOMC today, it is expected that probably they are not going to increase the interest rates. Considering the CPI data, the market is expecting that the Fed is going to stop increasing here. If we are going to look at across the currency board, we can see that this is the highest compared to all the other countries. So Fed already increased up to 5.25%, and many of them are 4.75 up to 5%, and even lower, some of them. This is a strong reason, I think. The second one is that considering that the interest rate, the inflation rate is already slowing down, there is no reason to put more pressure here. It doesn't make sense. Also during the press conference, and as I shared during my opinion, also during the beginning of the week, we saw Powell to say that we are going to probably to stop hiking if we are going to have improvement in economic indicators. So this is what it is expected, and considering that the economic indicators are showing improvement, probably they are going to stop this time. What I see really important is the interest rate projection, when probably they are going to share the projection related with the interest rates, and when they may cut the interest rates here. So this is going to be crucial at this moment. Considering that during the previous time Fed was not so hawkish, probably they will be dovish again. They will not share something important. They will keep everything under control, I guess. And this may create a bearish wave in relation with the USD dollar. However, we are going to see also the technicals. During European evening, we have also from New Zealand the GDP data. It is expected that we may have an increase in the GDP numbers. We have seen also other countries that are showing improvement here, so it can be possible. Also, New Zealand dollar is already undervalued. This may impact the dollar, New Zealand dollar at this moment. I'm reading the messages on YouTube. Just give me some time. We are going to look at everything. Just give me some time, please. We are going to move on the economic calendar and to see the impact that may happen. Tomorrow we are going to have the European Central Bank with the interest rate decision. As Lagarde said before, we are going to increase the interest rates as long as that is necessary. They repeated this sentence during the previous week, and it is normal that they are going to increase. So considering that we have European Central Bank that is showing that they are going to increase interest rates, and we have doubts related with the Fed that is going to stop hiking interest rates, probably we may see Euro to take advantage at this moment, and probably USD is going to get weaker. So we have higher chances that Euro USD may increase further at this moment. During tomorrow, during the US opening, we have retail sales. However, considering that the retail sales will be at the same time with European Central Bank, I think that the focus will be on the European Central Bank more than this data here, because it will be 15 minutes after the US market opening, the press conference. We have to be careful. And what is very important is also during Friday, the Bank of Japan with the interest rate decision. To be honest with you, this is getting out of hands, I guess. They are not taking any further steps at all. They are just going on with their monetary policy statement with the easing. They are not changing anything. They said that probably we are going to change the yield curve, not the interest rate. It will impact the market, or let's say the interest rate, in a slower movement if they are going to intervene here. However, they are not taking further steps, and this is getting a big problem in my opinion, because we are looking at also the Japanese yen to get weaker and weaker. However, it is not related only with the yen. Probably also the Bank of Japan is creating this type of problems for their reasons. I'm not sure what is happening behind the scenes. It's something strange because the currency cannot devaluate in a strange way for a long period of time. So let's see, I have also selected some currency pairs that we are going to look at one by one. Just one moment to read the messages on from YouTube. What would you predict about oil and gold? We are going to look at gold. Also oil, we can add it. Any new analysis on oil? Yes, also oil is here. Thank you so much. Gold. Yes, okay. So we are going to look at right now. So the first one that we are going to look at is the dollar index. As I shared during the beginning of the week, during the summary that I made for the analysis, price was below this triangle and the chances were very high for a possible bearish movement. It was showing also a movement before. Just one moment here. We had this analysis at this moment. It was shared during the previous week, June 7th. Price was showing for both possibilities on the dollar index, and it moved down, and during the weekend, during Sunday, I was looking at for this movement for a bearish wave again. As you may see, the price managed to develop below the triangle pattern, and it is testing this area right now. This is the first zone. As you may see, we have to be very careful because considering the strength that this candle is already showing, this is increasing the chances for the price to move down even more. However, we have to be careful ahead of FOMC. We can never know what they may speak. If I'm going to delete all of this, we have also something different, but it doesn't fit at this moment. I was looking at during the weekend for this possible scenario. but for this bullish movement it is required another confirmation. So far we are still under a bearish wave, and the chances are that even if we are going to have any speculation, we may see dollar index to move lower. So if this is going to happen, we may see dollar to get weaker for a short period of time, or for a normal correction, I don't know, but this is showing that we have chances for this movement. However, it is not advised to have open positions during FOMC, considering that this is one of the events that is speculated a lot in the market. We have to be very careful. So let's see what is going to happen, but this is showing for the dollar weakness right now. Overall, this movement was followed and was shared since when it was near the top here. So let's see how it will work out right now. Another one that I have also updated during these moments is Euro USD. During this moment we are ahead of FOMC and ahead of ECB. For the European Central Bank, we already know that they are going to increase the interest rates, and the DAP is related only with FOMC. And considering the CPI numbers, this is increasing the chances that FOMC is probably going to stop hiking the interest rates. Since when I shared on Sunday, it was shared at this moment, we were looking for the price to increase from this point. We may see it was 1.0749. It had some strange possibilities here. However, after the price created a reversal area, we may see that it keeps moving again. Also, from the analysis that I shared today morning, price increased by approximately 42%. Considering that on the 4-hour chart the price already broke out from this structure zone and it is holding very strong, the chances are very high that it may continue to grow as a minimum up to the areas that we are looking at. This is everything before FOMC. During FOMC we have to be very careful. This is the first area where the price may react. If FOMC is going to be dovish at this moment, I'm expecting as a maximum movement 1.09, and we have to be careful near this area because we can never know how the market may react at this point. It will be very important. So we don't have to be more optimistic that we should be, because everyone knows that the chances are higher that they will not increase interest rates, and if that is going to happen, we may see also something similar. So far it looks bullish, it's also bullish, and during the US market opening, price created also a new high above 1.0825, and it may continue to increase even more during the coming hours until FOMC. After that, I think that we all should be careful, but this is showing for a bullish movement so far. The next one that we are going to look at is GBP USD. This is in line again with what I have shared during the beginning of the week. Price began the movement in a strange way, let's say, because it was moving with many ups and downs. It was getting also risky at this moment. This is showing for a bullish movement as pattern. It is barely loading here, as I see. But as you can see, at this moment, price already reached the top of the structure. During these days, it was a problem with this trade because the price created a breakout and it came down in a deep way. and it created the same thing also in this area. So breakout, deep pullbacks, breakout here, deep pullback. So everything was very, very complex and tricky. As you may see, price already is pushing higher from our area. We have to be careful. This is showing that it is already testing a strong zone, but on the other hand, we can see that the British pound is very strong currency across the currency board. Probably this is increasing the chances for the price to increase more. However, considering the structure area, and if we are going to increase, we can see that the price is in a daily structure zone. The candle is showing that it may continue to increase even more. But on the other hand, we have to be also careful because this is an area where the price may react and it may move down for correction. However, the candles that we can see are very strong, very bullish, and the chances are even higher that any breakout above can push the price even more. So it may continue with the swing movement that was initiated in this area. So let's see. But everything is in line with the fundamental and the technical part that we are looking at overall, despite the fact that this came out a bit ugly as pattern. It was not a clear movement here, not as it should be. So far, I would say that if you are not in the trade, it is better if you stay away. It may release liquidity before FOMC, and we may see the price moving down before the next movement. So there are many scenarios how the price may react ahead of FOMC. That is why we cannot open the trades in different moments. There are specific moments when we can open a trade. Just don't know, it's very strange. I'll look at some yen pairs. Give me some time, please. Look at what is happening with the other currency pairs. This is another analysis that I've shared for Australian dollar and USD dollar. We have to be careful. So everything that is related with USD, if you are going to look at for a long period of time, since at the end of May, so all of this movement was created in 2 weeks, so it was not a lot of time as I see. 350 pips, we have to be careful with this movement. But if we are going to look at on a daily chart, we can see that price is already facing a strong area here. So this is already in a strong structure zone. During the beginning of the week, on Sunday, I shared this analysis for a possible bullish movement. This was the analysis here. As you may see, price already reached our targets very slowly because it was a small amount of pips. However, Australian dollar and USD dollar managed to increase more of the USD. In these conditions, it keeps moving higher and we may see also a new price high. And this is showing that the chances are very high that it may continue at this moment. However, we have to be also very, very careful. So look at this area, we are having a new price high here. It seems that it is going to break even higher from this moment. However, we have to be careful because never knows what may happen next. So it is better that some trades should be closed ahead of FOMC. The next one that we are going to look at is USD yen. It's a big problem with the yen pairs. Since a long period of time, yen keeps moving higher, all the currency pairs related with yen. we have seen that the price is still moving within this area. And yesterday it was very strange that despite the fact that the US dollar had very good data related with the CPI numbers, and the market was expecting for FOMC to stop hiking the interest rates, we saw that today the price created this bullish breakout. So far, we have also a horizontal structure that already stopped the price here. It seems that it can move down, however, we have to be careful. We have also the Bank of Japan that is not supporting the yen pairs at all because they are not supporting the currency. They are still going on with the monetary easing. They will not stop. Probably the yen pairs will continue or will change the trend only if the Bank of Japan is going to intervene in the interest rate, but in the yield curve, not the interest rate. So this is what we are expecting. As you may see, this is looking bullish so far, but it can transform in bearish once the price will break through this structure. That is why we have to be very, very careful, because this is transforming the patterns very easily today. So far we are in this movement, both are possible. We have to see what FOMC will say this time. Also, from the big participants, from the market players, from the banks, it is expected that the Bank of Japan probably will join the market and they will change the yield curve only when USD yen is going to reach 145. So far, this is not clear at all where it will move. It can do both movements at this moment. A move above 140.40 should push the price up further here, and another one should push the price down further. This is what I'm looking at, but I don't like to trade yen pairs. Yen is still very weak. We are only dealing with the US dollar right now. Another one that we are going to look at, and it is getting a big concern in my opinion during this moment, is GBP USD. Before leaving the live stream, I would really appreciate if you are going to hit the like button and subscribe. It will help me a lot. Thank you so much. For GBP yen, I also received many messages regarding with this currency pair. Also in our trading group, we are waiting for the bearish movement since a long period of time. It is getting difficult because on one hand we have the Bank of Japan that is not making any change at all in their monetary policy statement, and also on the yield curve on something else. And on the other hand, we are having the other banks like the Swiss National Bank that is moving in the market without showing that they are just intervening. They are taking further steps in order to have a stronger Swiss franc. Everything began with the banking crisis, that they joined the market because the Swiss franc was moving down in relation with yen. As you may see also on a weekly chart, or let's make it monthly, GBP yen is just moving higher and higher. I'm not sure at this moment if this is movement that is created from the Bank of Japan or if this is creating from the Bank of UK, so Bank of England. This is a big problem considering that Swiss National Bank joined the market in silence since a long period of time without sharing anything in public. I think that also the Bank of Japan and the Bank of England and probably even others are doing the same thing in the market. That is why we are looking at some strange movements again. We have to be very careful. This is testing very old areas. As you may see on a weekly chart, this is dating back in June 2015, this area here. GBP yen is just moving higher and higher without taking a break. This is too far away for the moment. However, considering how the market is moving, it can reach also that area. Let's hope it will not move that far. On the other hand, on a 4-hour time frame, I was looking at this pattern today, just a minute, because also the movement that GBP yen created yesterday was very, very strange. It was without any strong reason. We can see that GBP yen is within this channel. So if price is going to respect this channel for the moment in the same way how it was respected before, look at these areas here, we have the chance that probably the price is close to a possible reversal point. If this is going to happen, so this is a potential area that we may look at on GBP yen, the chances can be high that during the Bank of Japan we may see this movement. However, this is not a moment to sell, in my opinion. It's very, very risky. We should not take the sell before the Bank of Japan. They need to take any action before. If they are just going to stay in the market without taking any further step, it will be very, very difficult to trade in this situation. However, exists also the possibility that, considering that the market is still anticipating that they are not going to change anything at all, probably we may anticipate that the market is probably going to move down as well, considering that the retail traders or the small traders are looking at that it may continue even higher. So it is not an easy moment at all. We don't have any reversal signs yet. So it looks very strange. On a 1-hour time frame, GBP yen, it seems that it is creating something small here. Probably if this is going to be a type of head and shoulder pattern, but this is very early, it's too early right now to anticipate this movement. If this is going to create this small pattern, the chances will be high for this movement here. However, let's see what the Bank of Japan will bring for us this time. It will be very interesting. Just one moment. Thank you so much to every one of you. Thank you, Tatenda. Thank you so much, Talib, for your nice comment. I'm following you from a long time. Your analysis is really perfect. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Today we are not going to have crypto alts. It's another topic, and the crypto alts are all bleeding, as I have seen. I don't know what the market is moving. Is moving in the opposite direction with altcoins, considering that Bitcoin is already holding strong. So let's see. GBP yen for the moment is showing some reaction here. Okay, so the last one that we are going to look at for today will be in relation with gold analysis. So this is what I'm looking at for gold. And just one moment to delete this. During these days, we have seen that gold was moving within this area. We had this zone of support, of resistance, close to 1980, and another zone below that was close to 1940, 930. So this is where the price was moving uh, since the debt ceiling problem. It was moving within this area. As we may see, the chances are getting higher that considering that the market is anticipating that they are not going to have any increase in the interest rate during the coming months probably, and also today, the chances are very high that gold may increase up to the top of the pattern. So this is our pattern that we are looking at. I am not expecting any strange movement, considering what they will discuss during the FOMC, that will be approximately after 4 hours and 30 minutes from now. We may see also gold to explode even higher from this area here. So if this is going to happen, we have to be careful, because if the price is going to invalidate this zone, we may see gold increasing even more. After that, we have to see what is going to happen. However, if gold is going to stay in this zone without moving close to the upper part of this channel here, horizontal channel, the chances will be also high that it can break down later. So it's not an easy moment. I think that gold should increase as a minimum up to 1980. This is the only area. Probably I would like to see gold at this price before FOMC. If we are going to bet for FOMC to push the price in this zone and the price will stay where it is right now until FOMC, it will get more risky. However, we may see the bullish reaction also during FOMC, but it will not be as easy as it would be now. So this is for gold. On the other hand, this pattern has also the power that it can move the price up and down in this zone. We may see the buyers and the sellers to continue conducting transactions here. Considering that we are also on a 4-hour structure, we don't know yet if FOMC is going to push the price down more or higher, but this is a moment of accumulation. So there are many scenarios that we can see, but the base scenario is that we may see the price moving down from 1983. Any dovish statement from FOMC, then it will create a big movement up and probably another down. However, let's see everything with time. This is for gold analysis. I don't want to make this more complex than it is right now. So up to the upper part of the structure, it fits very well, and I think that we should close profits if you are in this trade. Thank you so much for the nice comment. Please don't forget to hit the like button and follow. I really appreciate it. So guys, that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you all during the next live streaming. Thank you. Bye bye.